This is Frank Taylor with the Tahina Expedition, and this is our first test dive of our new VideoRay ROV. Here you'll see the setup. We first tested it on the boat before we took it outside. Okay, we're going to fire it up for the second time. Look at the pretty lights. And here we got the display. I'm going to move the unit. It just looks so cool. So we have the various controls here. Here you can see the, I think you can see the display. And what we're going to do is fire up the motors and the lights. And you can see the front camera or the rear camera. There's my hand. Here's my hand on this side. You can aim it out. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Okay, so next we set up the unit at the dock, and this is where we're preparing for the first dive. There's the console, and then we also hooked up to the VideoRay, just like we did on the boat. There we're testing the propellers, and next we're going to aim it out so we can look at the video. And here, if you zoom in, you can see the video on the screen of the dock. And then next, just so you can see, this is the case with the tether setup, and you can see the tether is sitting up straight. There's a crank handle down inside. We just put that on the outside and can crank it up. And but it's easy to deploy the tether with this setup. We have about 380 feet of tether, so we can go out pretty far. But we didn't do that on this first dive. We're just tooling around here at the dock. We're in fresh water here, so I was pretty confident that the weight balance wasn't going to be right, the ballast for the unit, and sure enough we put it in here, and I let it go and it just started to sink down. So we pulled it back out, and I next adjusted the ballast on the bottom. There's a number of weights that you just unscrew there on the bottom. So that's what I did next, is adjusted the ballast. And then after we did that, we put it back in the water. And here we are after adjusting the ballast a little lighter, but unfortunately it was too heavyweight in the back, so it was tilting up a little bit. But we tooled around with it like that. It wasn't a big deal. But in the future I can set weights up on the front of the unit and it will balance out evenly. And you can see we played around with it, looking at the jet skis here and looking under the dock. We saw some shrimp under the dock. And here I am practicing with the controls. And you can see we got it out over here, and here's a good shot of it moving around with the lights turned on. It's a cool thing. All kinds of people came around in the marina to look at it. Here's some video just showing one moving really, really fast. And this actually isn't our unit. This is one I took pictures of down at the VideoRay conference last October that I went to learn how to drive one for the first time. But you can see these things move really fast. They go about 4 or 5 knots underwater, and so that could be very useful. Anyway, check us out at TahinaExpedition.com and or follow us on Go Tahina. Thanks for dropping in.